Hi, my name's Samantha Kelley. I'm a physiotherapy student and I'm training to do my clinical Pilates with APPI. So today for my Matwork class I have Josie here, who is a dancer and tennis player. So we've done an initial assessment and we've established that Josie really wants to work on her thoracic mobility, her abdominal strength just in general, because she's feeling a little bit deconditioned, as well as her hip dissociation and rotation control, which she's found is lacking in both tennis and dancing. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So we've done the 5 principles, and her hip dissociation and lumbar positioning is what she's really struggling with. And do you have any questions? Are you happy to proceed today?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, so I'll just quickly explain our first exercise today. So we're going to be doing an abdominal prep and then going into an oblique prep, okay? So these are just to get some global abdominal strengthening happening and just warming up through that area before we progress to some more difficult tasks, right? So that should help with your strength in general as a tennis player and a dancer. Just let me know if you have any questions throughout. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration of our abdo prep. Alright, so we're in this position, we've got a soft peach under our chin, we've got a neutral spine, and we've got our tummy on like we practice, so wide smiling through our collarbones and strong through our core. Do you want to give that one a go for me?
Yep.
Let's start the class now. Excellent. Alright, so we've got a soft peach under our chin. We're going to point long through our fingertips by our hips. We're going to turn on our deep tummy. Feeling ready to start? Alright, so we're going to inhale to prepare and exhaling, curling our chest up. Beautiful, we're going to do 8 of those. And watching that Josie's not rib flaring because she's a little bit prone to that. Great. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling, rising up. Perfect. We're going to do 3 more here. Exhaling. And last one for me. Beautiful. Right, now we're going to, you can take a rest here. So now we're going to move forward into our oblique prep, right? So I'll give you a quick demonstration of that one. So as an athlete who's regularly doing exercise that involves rotation, we found that strengthening our obliques can be incredibly beneficial. So we're going to get in a similar position, remembering our 5 principles, and then we're going to pop our one hand behind our lower skull. Alright, we're going to point one finger long, and we're going to rotate through our thoracic spine to bring our chest off the mat. So bringing ribs to opposite hips. Right, do you want to give that a go? So like this little blueberry under your spine, little trail of ants could walk through, one hand lower skull just to give your neck a little bit of support. This finger long and strong. When we're ready, we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, bringing opposite elbow to opposite hip, keeping that elbow on our periphery. Perfect. Beautiful. And coming up. So pretending there's headlights on our hip bones shining up at the roof, we're going to keep them nice and still. Make sure we're breathing. Perfect. Nice. So 2 more here. And then we're going to swap to our other side. Perfect. Now swapping arms. Keeping that core on. Perfect. Making sure we're not hitching our shoulders up, so keeping them nice and low. We're wearing big gold dangly earrings and we don't want them to hit our shoulders. Inhale to prepare, exhale and rise. Beautiful. Beautiful. Try not to rotate too much through your upper trunk, so just keeping that arm here and rotating up, rib to opposite hip. Perfect. 2 more. And now we're going to be doing an exercise called crisscross. So I'll just get you to hop over here while I demonstrate it, if that's all right. All right, so we're going to start at level 1 and see how you go, and if it's a bit too easy, we'll add some leg extensions. So we're going to come up with our fingertips behind our ears, coming up into tabletop. We're going to keep our legs here to start, and it's just like we did before. We're going to bring our opposite elbow to our opposite knee. So to come up into tabletop, we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, lifting this leg up, keeping our core strong. Inhale to prepare, lifting out the leg. Perfect, so just finding a point where you feel nice and strong, keeping that nice neutral. We're going to bring our fingertips behind our ears. When we're ready, we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, bring our opposite rib to hip. Perfect, and we're going to do 8 on each side. Perfect, keeping those ribs tucked in. Perfect. Soft reach under your chin. You don't want it dripping down. Long through the back of your neck. Excellent. How does that feel? Is that alright?
Yeah, good.
Not too easy?
I think I could progress from here.
Okay, so this time when we bring this elbow, we're going to extend the opposite leg. So we're going to extend this leg long. Perfect. We'll just give that a go and we'll work towards doing a few more of those next time. Alright, and now we're ready to move forward. So if you want to pop your legs down, nice and controlled. So one leg at a time next time, that's not bad. So if you just want to jump over the other side. Now we're going to be doing an exercise called arm openings. We're just going to try and open up your thoracic spine and get a bit of mobility there. So we're going to lie on our side. We can pop this under our neck if we like. Coming out into our crocodile pose. When we're ready, we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, opening up. Alright, I'm going to give that a go.
Thank you.
Just in a nice neutral position. When we're ready, we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, lifting one arm over our head like we're drawing a rainbow, keeping that movement from our thoracic spine. Okay. Keeping a soft little chin tuck. So we're just going to do 3 more on this side. Just going to grab some equipment for our next exercise. How does that feel?
Yeah, good.
We're just going to roll over onto the other side, so facing the wall.
Thank you.
So try and keep your body in a nice streamlined position, so shuffle your bottom forward a little bit. And watching that we're not rotating through our pelvis, so staying nice and strong here. Perfect. So inhale to prepare, exhaling, moving through that thoracic spine. Only going as far as feels comfortable. Feeling a nice stretch there.
Yep.
Making sure we're breathing. Looks great. just want to finish up here, closing our arms together, and I'll just get you to pop out of the way so I can show you our next exercise. So now we're really going to hone in on some of that lumbo-pelvic dissociation, so moving our hip without moving our pelvis. So this is an exercise we call hip twist level 3. So we're going to keep our left leg grounded. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, lifting our right leg into the air. We're going to take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, we're going to float our right leg out to the side, keeping our pelvis on train tracks. You want to have a go with that one?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want me to pop this under your neck, did that feel more comfortable?
Thank you.
Alright, so we're going to inhale to prepare, exhaling, lifting our right leg up into tabletop, finding a nice strong position in our core, smiling through our collarbones, soft peach under our chin, keeping those ribs tucked in. Perfect. We're going to inhale to prepare and exhaling, floating our right leg out to the side and coming back in. And out to the side and coming back in. So there's headlights on your hip bone shining up at the roof. Looks great. And then exhaling to return. Perfect, and swapping legs when you're ready. So inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift. Take it out of the way. And we're going to float that left knee out to the side. So inhaling and exhaling. We're going to do 4 more on this side. So we're really trying to think about moving that hip in our socket rather than rotating our whole pelvis. Seeing a really nice improvement already, which is great to see. And those ribs, perfect. Just coming back down for me. Alright, and I'll show you our next exercise. So these are all nice, easy exercises you can do at home, but I'll talk you through a proper home exercise program a little bit later. So our next exercise is called one leg circle, alright? So it's a similar thing, we're focusing on moving our hip bone essentially in isolation from our pelvis. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, float our left knee up to the ceiling, and we're going to do some little circles. Just drawing little circles with our knee on the roof, so it's going to be small and controlled. Okay, we're going to turn on our core again. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lifting our left knee up to tabletop. Perfect, and we're going to draw little tiny circles on the roof, just as far as you can control. One-legged circles. Perfect. Yeah, the smaller the movement here, the better. It is tempting to start drawing big circles, but we want to stay controlled. Perfect. Nice little chin tuck. Excellent. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale and lower our leg down to the floor. And just changing legs here. And another fun addition you can add to this one is popping a ball so you can keep going under your pelvis. So we add a little bit of a balance challenge. We won't do that today, but we could try that next time if you like.
Sounds good.
Or even some ankle weights. That looks excellent. Make sure we're breathing. Two little circles, and then we're going to go the other way for me. Perfect. just lowering that leg back down to the floor, and I'll show you our next exercise today. So this one will jump off our backs for a little bit, and we're going to do an exercise called lift and lower. So it's quite an easy exercise to progress, so we'll just see how you go with this one. So we're going to be in a nice streamlined position. Our hand tucked, one hand on our hip, finding that nice chin tuck, and we're going to point to lift, flex to lower. Do that. Nice and streamlined. I'm not sure if the camera's getting in your toes, but what we're going to do is point. Oh, thank you. Like there's a little trail of ants crawling under, we want a little gap, nothing too crazy, you can relax. And we're going to point to lift, flex to lower. Alright, so this will help with some of your outer glute strengthening and just working on that hip control. That looks great. Making sure we're still breathing. So what kind of dancer are you?
A ballerina.
So we're going to keep those toes nice and pointed then, bring them to your nose. Adds a bit of coordination, which is appropriate for your sport. Excellent. Can you feel this muscle starting to turn on?
Yeah.
Making sure our pelvis is staying nice and still, but you're doing a great job here. One more, then we're going to roll over onto the other side. Alright, I'm going to roll over. You're facing the back wall for me. Perfect. Alright, finding that nice neutral with that pelvis. Perfect. We're going to point to lift, flex to lower. So we're breathing. Perfect. Holding this really well. So just one more point to lift, exhale, and flex to lower. Flex to lower. Alright, well, we'll finish with that one. Well done. So for our next exercise, we're going to be doing our swimming exercise, okay? So you might have heard this be called bird dog. Have you done an exercise like this before where we're lifting?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really nice for finding our neutral spine here, so like we practiced before. So we're going to tip that bucket of water forward, then we're going to tip it backwards, and then we're going to find a nice neutral position, alright? I'm going to be balancing a ball on your back for this one too. Alright, so this is really nice with working on that hip dissociation again. So we're going to find that neutral happy here. We're going to walk our hands a little bit in front of our shoulders. We're going to inhale to prepare, and on the exhale we're going to slide out contralateral, so right arm, left leg up, keeping our pelvis nice and still. So this will be challenging some coordination, which I'm sure you're excellent at with your sports, but it's good to train, and some glute max activation, so getting some energy in your glutes. Alright, so we're going to find that neutral, so we're going to tip the bucket of water forward, we're going to tip it backwards, and we're going to find neutral here. Okay, walk our hands forward a little bit. So hips stacked over knees. Perfect. All right, when we're ready, we're gonna lift one arm up and lift this leg. So left arm, left leg, right arm. That's great. Now we're going to try balancing a ball on your lower back, just so you know to keep that neutral. Perfect. It is a bit of a coordination exercise. Feeling good through those scaps, so bring your scaps together like you're holding a $100 note between them. So together, your scaps. Perfect. And going again for me, so squeezing, nice and strong. Getting this pelvis nice and level. And one more on each side for me. And lift down. And put the arms. There we are. We're starting to get a bit tired, so we might stop there. You're going to sit down to your heels. I'll show you our next exercise, which is called spine twist. So this is another nice one to get some more mobility. When you're a student, you sit all day, it's no surprise we all have very tight backs and bodies in general, so it's just a nice way to get a little bit of movement in our upper back happening. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale. We're going to keep our hip bones on train tracks. So movement should be coming from our mid to upper back. So what are you studying, Jason?
Vet science.
Oh wow,
Yes.
lots of study there. Right, so we're going to rotate to our right, back, and to our left. That looks great. Doing a great job of keeping those hip bones on train tracks. The movement's coming from here, breathing, inhaling to return. Perfect. And long through the back of the neck. Wonderful. One more on each side for me. Perfect. Well done. You can see the movement's starting to improve there, which is nice. So we're just going to finish off with one more exercise aimed at improving our thoracic mobility. So we're going to come up into a similar position. We call this the Cossack position. So this exercise is called spine roll down. Sorry, spinal stretch. We are going to be rolling our spine down. All right, so we're going to start in a nice Cossack position. We're going to tuck our chin in and we're going to move from our ribs, rolling down nice and slowly. And then restacking gradually. Can I have a go at that one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, nice cross-legged position. We're going to start tall, smiling through our collarbones, wearing our big gold hoop earrings. We're going to come up with our arms crossed in front of us at shoulder height, and we're going to tuck our chin in and rolling forward. So really trying to open up that mid-back area, moving one vertebrae at a time, like you're peeling it off a wall. So your back's got one strip of Velcro, the ball's got another, and we're peeling off slowly. So what we can actually do, because it is quite a challenging movement, we can come back to the wall here, and we can feel each spinal level roll down one at a time. Perfect. And another thing we can do to try, I might get you to face the wall over here if that's alright. And I'll just give you a quick demo of this one, but you can stay seated next to me. We're going to be rolling down. We can even take our legs wide if we think that's hindering the movement. And we're going to roll down here, rolling the ball away. And rolling it forward. So soft pitch under our chin again. And we're curling forward, so there's a flame here, you're trying to curl your body over it. Perfect. And then rolling back up. Let's do another couple of those for me. And there we go. Making sure we're breathing. And restacking. Perfect, well done. Right, now I might just talk you through some home exercises that you can take at home, so I'll sit next to you. So with regards to abdominal strengthening, so we did those 3 ab exercises to start. So we did abdo prep, oblique prep, and those crisscross exercises, right? So if you want to do those, try and do them 3 days a week. So 8 reps of each on each side, 3 days a week, right? So maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we should start to see a bit of abdominal strength coming back. All right, and then with regards to thoracic mobility, I might just get you to pop out of the way for me. I'll just show you this one. So we're going to do that swimming exercise, okay? So we're going to, at home, I want you to do 8 of these every day, okay? So just in the afternoon after uni. So we're going to do 8 of those ones. And while we're in this position, a really nice thoracic stretch is if you have a ball, you don't need one, but it's just a little bit of a nice feedback tool. We're going to sweep our arm up overhead and thread it through. And this is called thread the needle. So it's really going to open up your thoracic spine and get a little bit more movement happening. And curling through. And we're going to do that each side, so 8 of those on each side every day if possible. And those roll downs that we did last, they're also a really nice exercise for thoracic spine. You don't need any equipment. If you have one of those Swiss balls, they're really nice too. And just really trying to get some of that mobility back in your upper mid back, okay? And for that swimming exercise, that'll really hone in your hip dissociation. So another nice thing we can do for that is while you're sitting at uni, we can do 5 tilts forward, 5 tilts back. Just while you're sitting there, just practicing feeling what a nice neutral feels like. And just while you're at uni, I'd love it if you can try and get up every 45 minutes and just walk around and do a little stretch. You can do these anywhere, so if you could do them at uni, or just making sure we're doing them before and after. We should start to see some improvements.
Sweet.
So that's us done for today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.